What's happening, YouTube? It's great to see you again in the 1+10 of M. We have a Hawkeye trailer, and I am so excited for this. There are so many cool things about this particular production, I guess, versus the other ones, one of which being Echo. We're getting a live-action version of the character Echo, who in the comics is actually the adoptive daughter of Kingpin. So with rumors that Matt Murdock is set to appear in No Way Home, it's interesting that we now have a second way that they could tie in the Netflix Daredevil series to our MCU as it currently stands. So I would definitely expect to see a Vincent D'Onofrio cameo in this show. Another thing about this, Haley Steinfeld. I love Haley Steinfeld. So live action Kate Bishop. So they could go a couple different directions when it comes to this particular character, because she could go off to form the Young Avengers or also the New Avengers. She could be involved with either one, depending on which way they go. Now, this, I don't know if it's going to be so much her story as it is a continuation of Clint's story. But the Hawkeye that we have currently in the MCU is kind of, I say street level hero, because he has no powers, really. There are some times where you're kind of like, oh, awesome, go Hawkeye. And then sometimes where you're like, why are you here? He was tasked with quite a bit of responsibility in Infinity War and Endgame, and obviously he survived, I guess, the snap, and Natasha ended up sacrificing herself. I don't really know what else to say about this other than I'm so excited. This is set to be really cool. I already have such high expectations for this. Rumor is that we're going to see more of the Ronin story explored. Echo, played by Alaqua Cox, is getting her own actual spin-off, which is really cool too. It seems crazy though, that this was... It seems like it was just announced at Disney D23 that we were going to get these Disney Plus series, and this is number 5. With this being released, it does mean that we have Miss Marvel coming, and I am so excited for Miss Marvel, which is going to tie in directly to the Marvels. Curious to see if this is going to tie in with any of the movies going forward. And of course, oh my god, Yelena Belova, yes, post-credit scene in Black Widow suggests that we're going to see her in this. And I think, like everybody else, just loved Florence Pugh as Yelena Belova. So excited to see her in this, because it looks like she's going to be after Hawkeye for revenge, which in itself ties in a whole new possibility of the Thunderbolts. I call that less of a possibility because it's pretty much guaranteed at this point. In fact, it may have even been announced and I just don't know it. I really excited to see that come together as well. So that's 3 kind of major things that we've got going on, not to mention what's going to be happening in Multiverse of Madness. It feels like phase 4 versus the other 3 phases is just really expanding the parameters. Like, these are worldwide events. They're all tying into each other. There's just so many different stories coming together. So this is definitely going to be an integral piece in the narrative moving forward. I want to see kind of how Kate Bishop is set to take on more responsibility moving forward in the MCU. And of course, I want to see how this one differs from Falcon and the Winter Soldier, WandaVision, Loki. Obviously, it's going to be different than What If. This is set to release in November, and I'm super excited for it. So without further ado, let's get into it.
This is the first Christmas we've had together.
I love you guys. I'm making up for
Rogers
some
the
lost time.
Musical.
Authorities are wondering if the masked vigilante who terrorized the city's underworld is back.
The past has caught up with me.
Nice.
I'll be home for Christmas. I promise.
Okay, so we have a new logo.
You're a Hawkeye!
Who the hell are
What?
you?
Some people have actually called me the world's greatest archer.
Are you one of those people? Hey, babe, I should be back in a day or 2.
Is this Die Hard? What? Stop it.
This is too dangerous. Definitely not about this one?
You don't have to say definitely like that.
There are arrows more dangerous than that
What? Oh my god, I don't even know what I just watched. That looks wow. The Christmas vibes, like this is a Christmas show. I was not really expecting that. Obviously, there have been so many surprises and there's a bunch of stuff they haven't shown yet, so it might not center around Christmas. It might just be the timing, but this looks very different than what I was expecting. Wow. So this looks different than pretty much anything we've seen. It's kind of like they took Falcon and the Winter Soldier and some of the aspects of WandaVision and put them together. This very much looks like, I almost want to say like a romantic comedy in New York in the holiday season. This looks different, very different. I'm still so excited. Looks action-packed, so that's good. There seems to be a lot going on. Why Kate Bishop is running around as Ronin, that is a question that I definitely have, and I think probably a lot of people do. November 24th, that's still a little ways off. We've still got Eternals before that. I didn't see any Yelena Belova, by the way. That was another thing. Didn't catch her in the trailer. Maybe I missed her, but I was hoping that she would make an appearance. It doesn't look like she had. We very, very briefly saw Echo. This trailer definitely centered around Clint and Kate, and the kids are back. So that's cool too. This is the past catching up with him, it looks like, from his time as Ronin, which it was suspected that was kind of what the series was going to be about. Another thing I wanted to point out, I'm very excited to see Vera Farmiga in this because I love Vera Farmiga in everything. Really excited to bring her into the mix, and we'll have to see what the show has to bring. I'm not a huge Christmas person, so that song gives me a bit of anxiety, to be perfectly honest. And the way that all the action scenes just kind of fit in, it was a really good trailer, so I'm expecting good things from this show, and hopefully they haven't shown all of it in the trailer. I don't think they really have a history of doing that. But anyways, as always, thank you so much for joining me in the 1+10 of M. Bye.